What's my internet?
ATC.
Huh?
Good.
What's up, Food Podcast? Welcome to the What's Up Food Podcast. Felipe Esparza here, always here. Rodrigo Torres over there, chilling.
Man.
We have a special guest tonight, Finesse Mitchell right here, chilling. Ooh, ooh. We got Johnny Roque right here, man, with his perm.
His perm.
We got Lesa right here. What's up?
Hello.
What's up, food, man?
What's up?
What's up, Rodrigo? What you go take a shit? And
No, he went to go.
Well, for whatever reason, I thought it would.
The Wi-Fi password.
That should be on Wi-Fi. I don't know. So I thought it should be on the internet.
You
So I
sure?
wanted the Wi-Fi code.
It's like chicken nuggets something.
I thought it was Gotham City. Youre.
Boom. We in there. We live.
Now we're good.
We
Man.
live.
Hey man, you ever be in someone's house and like you're in there already for like an hour and like, okay, man.
When we go
I think if you're in somebody's house for an hour, it's time to those people start kicking that Wi-Fi password, dude. Because man, I can't be sitting with hours without. I gotta check for something too.
with one bar.
Or you're in there for an hour and then like you're like, I know these motherfuckers don't keep this house this hot when I'm not around.
Somebody kick on that AC. Something. Turn on a fan, dog.
We were in Florida, at least that's aunt's house, and man, not only was it hot, she was smoking.
Oh, they
Damn.
smoked. They had the AC off for some reason.
In your house?
It was
In Florida,
in her
man.
house, yeah.
Yeah, musty.
She's like 70.
It was hot, bro. It felt like Toby Hicks' room.
We don't wait no hour. If it's black people involved, as soon as we walk in your house, we want the code and a charger, because our phone got like 6% left, and we don't even really know who house we at. We could just be a friend of a friend, and that's the first thing out of our mouth. Like, yo, man, you got a charger, and what's you got Wi-Fi? You ain't got no Wi-Fi. You like, dude, who are you? So yeah, that's real.
I hate when like when people like show up to your house and then immediately they want to use the restroom. Like, dude, you didn't steal a gas station or a Starbucks on the way here.
We ain't that cool, dog.
You gotta take a shit. You gotta take a shit in my house. Use my towels. Like, there was a Starbucks on the way here, man. Man, I could show you. Don't you have Waze?
Oh damn!
Uh,
That's a freeway stop.
Or you ever go?
It's always the dudes with the curly perms that got to take a shit too.
Hell yeah.
I'm just saying.
Or you ever like Rodrigo? Rodrigo take a shit?
As far as all I gotta say is, as far as like public restrooms, the best ones are Starbucks, man. They always have paper.
They're always clean. pretty
Everything.
much.
You go to like an Arco station, man. They hand you that key. It's all attached to a rim,
connected to an arm.
a car rim, or something, dog. That leg from the Christmas
Also,
story.
man, if you're like in a real big city, the best one to use is the public library, unless you go to Seattle,
Dude, Bellevue.
Bellevue.
No, was it Spokane, Washington?
Spokane.
Oh my God, dude! Like some heroin addict went in there, took a shit like right before. It smelled like death, dog. We see them walk out of there too.
I
like a tree growing
couldn't
out
work
of
at Starbucks because I ain't giving nobody the code.
Like the real code.
The real code.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, not
no,
the guest
like,
code.
You got to buy at least $20 of stuff if you want to use my bathroom at the Starbucks. So I know I'll be on the news immediately because I'll be discriminating against everybody.
Byron Bauer was at a Starbucks, and there was this white dude chilling, and that fool had a computer, a word processor, and a
Printer.
and a printer, bro.
Who had the whole office?
Yeah.
He was interviewing people, bro.
I said, no, wasn't he playing PlayStation or some shit
I
too?
don't know.
Huh?
Yeah.
A lot of people use the Starbucks as their office, huh?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
They they abuse it.
Yeah, it's like, dude, come on, man. I know that overhead, dude, cutting it down, but this is ridiculous, dog. You can have a business running that shit out of Starbucks. You will.
I had to use the restroom at somebody's house, and their house was dirty, bro. Like on the way in, like the living room, and then the bathroom that had water on the floor. And if I see water on the floor and the fucking floor the fucking tile is chipping, and I see wood, I'm not gonna take a shit there, bro. Something's gonna grab my ass. The water's gonna rise. Toilet paper's gonna fall off. A piece of the towel's gonna fall on my head. Something, dude. Most of the time the toilet not loose. Oh man, can't fuck with no toilet that's loose, bro. Pinching my ass.
Fool, I know somebody who a toilet broke on their ass and they cut their ass, dog.
Fuck.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
I
That
knew,
shit's
a,
sharp.
I knew a guy that I was in a band with.
Fuck that guy.
He's not my boyfriend. He's like he played percussion, right? He fell on a drum stool. The seat fell off. He went down on the pole.
Oh my god.
He had to have surgery, major surgery on his colon. It was horrible. He did that at like 17 years old, 16, 17 years
Dude,
old.
man.
He still plays the drums.
That is brutal, man.
But
Man, he
that's
loves them
horrible,
beats, man. Yeah, that is brutal right there. But yeah, dude. Straight got gashed, dog.
Hello from Chicago, Juan Vargas.
Shot down, man.
What's up, fool, man? See what happened to us, man. Rodrigo and I, we went to do a show in Dallas. And we get there to that. But we live early. Our flight was delayed going there too, right?
Right?
We got there at 1:30 in the morning. And we had to get up for press at what, 6:30? And the next day, our flight was delayed 4 hours. And then we got in, we said, fuck this, we're gonna go get a rental car. We were across the street from the rental car place, and Toby Higgs was drinking at the bar, watching football games, and he hooked up with Mary Lou Retton.
For real?
A little drinking partner.
Yeah,
No, not the real
I was
look
about
alike.
to say.
Same age, no talent, just alcoholic.
Little beat up little feet.
little feet look like little stumps. Like she jump on beds or something.
You look like Pebbles, dude, from the
But
Flintstones.
she
all grown
called
up.
us, hey guys, come back. We're leaving in 5 minutes. So we had to rush back to TSA. And it was the same TSA we saw in the morning.
Yeah.
But they acted like, they're good at, man, those guys are good actors because
They're horrible, dog.
they acted like they never seen us all day. Like the same stuff that we went through the first time couldn't go in the second time.
Oh, hell yeah. They took my gel, my
They took you to
hairspray.
jail. He couldn't look like Boss Big Boy no more.
Put on cap, man.
Took all the drinks we stole.
Oh, yeah, dog. Remember?
All those drinks.
Tell everybody about like
Those?
what happens when like flights get delayed and people don't know about the free sandwiches, the free chips, and the free snacks from American
When the
Airlines.
flight gets delayed, they bring out this car full of sandwiches. Ham and cheese, turkey and cheese, veggie wraps, chips, sodas, orange juice, cookies. And as soon as I seen that, I start following the guy. And they never say, come grab these sandwiches. It just stops and they take off. Man, I start grabbing all the sandwiches.
I remember a long time ago, a couple years ago, you're all, just grab a sandwich, dog, whatever. You know, you grab it. But when you
Felipe
don't,
knows about
you're not
every
used to
deal.
it, you're kind of afraid, like, you know,
Yeah.
of going to grab a sandwich, someone's going to go yell at your ass or something.
Right.
But then you just start gouging that shit, dude.
Right.
You just take 2 bites out the sandwich, throw it away.
That's like when Felipe. That's like Felipe is like the sample king too. You know,
Me
he
too.
knows how to get you too.
Yeah.
He took my son around too to get samples in the mall, in the food gallery, food court. And there was one place that had a wing. They would give you a fat chicken wing and some whatever flavor you wanted, right?
It was a good wing, bro.
So it was at this like
Garlic
Chinese place.
chili.
That's how they get
yeah,
you.
it's like this Chinese place with wings. And then one time they didn't have any wings. They told Isaac to come back.
Come back
They
in
said,
15
come back in like
minutes.
15 minutes. We'll have some more
I set his
cooked.
timer, bro.
We went. He was like 6 years old, 7 years old. We went to another store. We just
I was
browsed.
like, look at him. It's good. We got to go.
We gotta go, Mom. Like it's been 15 minutes, so we go back finally.
He's standing in line for
half an hour
regular
later.
customers.
Half an hour later, he comes back and he goes, "Whew, sorry, we're late. I need to get that sample down."
What happened, dude?
They give
She
it
gave
him,
it
bro.
to him, but he was just like entitled, kind of like, "Oh,
Hey,
sorry,
man,
we're
you're-
late,
you're
man."
over there
but
throwing it
thank
out
you.
there.
They don't do samples like they used to, especially at the grocery stores.
I think they
Like,
hold back.
They hold
'cause
back.
back in the day, they used to always have a little toothpick tray.
Costco.
Yeah.
Oh, they have a lady there cooking.
Yeah, dude. That little sausages are.
Those sausages always small, huh?
Oh, hell yeah.
Those little links.
People remember that. People
That shit
remember
now.
going and getting in that line three times. You ever pick up just like 4 toothpicks and the person just look at you like it's their food?
I hate that shit.
You
Fuck
giving
that
it
bitch.
away.
I get the biggest ones, dog.
He said, "Fuck that bitch!" Like you had somebody in mind.
Yeah, that just happened at Ralph's.
Like
Fuck
you
that
could think
bitch.
of
Like you remember her stopping.
Trader Joe's gets a little stingy sometimes. They have that little lady cooking. Excuse me, sir, just one.
Some people are.
So the lady was,
stingy,
It's not yours.
the
That's
lady was
why I
making
don't
grilled
do it.
cheese with pizza, like pizza grilled cheeses. And man, I was at the end of the corner just talking to her, bro. She knew I was watching, bro. I was lurking, bro, like Michael Myers. Dun, 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 dun. And then
Speaking of Michael
and I
Myers.
took 4, bro. And she looked at me like, so, make more.
Open up that box, lady.
Jamie Lee Curtis, she back in full effect. Michael
on Halloween,
Myers.
bro.
Hell yeah, man. She has some nice titties still, huh?
She still look good.
Yeah, no, that's what I
Jamie
was
Lee
looking at. I was
Curtis still
She
look
works
good.
out, bro.
And
Legacy.
You didn't know
Yeah,
that?
man. No, I didn't know that. I know about the
We
dad.
got Norman Bates over here from the Motel 6.
Yeah, dude.
Yes, man.
So that flight, dude, we got those sandwiches
Oh
and
man,
shit.
so we got those sandwiches, and like there
we
was
got
these-
psyched out.
there were these Mexicans going to Puebla, but their plane was not delayed. And I told them, "Hey, get a sandwich, wait." He goes, "See?" They were all scared, bro, just throwing that thing, bro. Then they got a bunch of sodas. Then I saw the once they knew it was free, bro, that motherfucker was stuffing them, bro, taking advantage. But man, Toby Hicks, that fool, he starts drinking early, I guess. He was drinking because you know when you expect a flight to leave, you start drinking if you're an alcoholic or you like to party.
He weighs 100 pounds.
So he's drinking, and then I'm talking to the guy, man. So what you're telling me that we're gonna end up getting stuck here, and then Toby's on the other side, all drunk, going, "Can you guarantee we're gonna make it?"
We got a show out there in Houston. They waiting for us. I got my girl
Oh,
coming.
this fool met a girl.
That's Toby Hicks?
Yeah, he met a girl because you know he barely had a girlfriend. He met a girl, you know, and she was driving like 4 hours to meet him there from another town, but we got delayed. So when she
had to wait
already
for 4
there. Now we gotta drive 4 hours.
Now she delayed.
She had a babysitter. Called it
He was drunk.
drunk,
yeah.
bro.
They had like
From all
6
the
drinks
delays,
and shit at
yeah.
about 11 in the morning. Come on, dog. You weigh $1.05, dog.
And him and Mary Lou Reddy were loaded up. He was like, he was looking like Tony Dungy.
She was pumping them and going,
Yeah, I've been in this situation before. Tell them the precise location. Your ticket says today.
you don't own that jet, bitch. Come on.
So we
About
get
entitlement, dog.
we get the rental and no. We get in the car and Tony just puts his sheet, his jacket over his head. I can't take it no more.
I gotta go to sleep.
Man, we're driving 2 hours in. We're hitting shitty ass town. We never heard of, like Buffalo, New York, Teague.
No, Buffalo, Texas.
Buffalo, Texas. Teague, Texas. Tague. But when we get to Buffalo, man,
It came down,
it
dog.
turned into it was like light and then fucking pitch
You guys
black.
probably never
Right.
seen a
Fuck
tornado,
no!
huh?
I never
I'm
seen
from Ohio. We see
I
them
never
all the
seen
time. Yeah.
I never seen full on hotness. Then all of a sudden darkness
Yeah.
with hotness.
Yeah,
Right.
dude.
It was
all
like-
humid
The
and
heat
shit.
is what creates
It was
all
thunder.
Yeah.
Then everybody's phone went out at the same time. Boo, boo, boo. Tornado alert, tornado alert, tornado alert.
Holy shit.
He goes, we turned around, we were the only car in the freeway. So fuck this, man. He goes, y'all gotta keep going. Don't stop.
He'll wake up every hour and say like 70 words
Yeah.
and go back to sleep.
This is the worst day ever. So we see
Can't believe she
Is
waited.
she waiting in the car all this
Yeah.
time?
Cause
Oh
the-
my God.
so
it
there's
is
hail hitting the fucking car. And this fool see the tornado to the right of us.
Hell no.
Yeah, dog. It was to the left when we fucking pulled out of Dallas. But I didn't tell these fools because I don't want everybody all panicking. You know what I mean? So just like, fuck it.
It's
Just,
a tornado over to the left.
just hustle.
I'ma
dog.
keep
And
that
it
to
was
myself.
far away. It wasn't like that motherfucker was going to come and whiplash our ass, but
We called the-
it was within seeing distance.
We called the road manager, some guy they hired to work certain dates. It was Craig. Go to Walmart, bro. Buy me a pair of pants,
Yeah,
a pair of socks,
His luggage was still on that
and
plane.
a pair of socks and underwear. I swear to God, man, he must have took it down like that. A pair of pants, a pair of socks, and underwear. Because that fool only brought one underwear. Like, who sells one underwear? He kept the other two.
Yeah, that's what happened, dog.
And,
You think he did
and
that?
he got to see the underwear that I never wear, man. Like they were,
You called
they
them
were-
nut huggers.
They were butt huggers, bro.
Nut huggers,
Weenie
he
chokers.
said, yeah.
They rose all the way to my thigh. Like
wow.
they rose all the way to
hate
the
that.
those fool. Like they
And
were
they're supposed to be here, but
like
they're-
it was like those women's bikinis from the 80s, bro. And he gave me 2 pairs of socks with weed.
Weed plants on
And
them.
these pants that
I
look like
like
pants.
these, man.
It looked like he got pants that belong to a Target employee.
What you saying that he made you look like a dad?
I look like a dad up there finally.
Okay.
Well said, finally.
Remember that Syracuse storm that we drove back in
Fool, it was
from
exactly
the
like
Army
that, man.
Entertainment?
Him and I,
Oh, yeah,
we were
yeah,
leaving
Blizzard.
Syracuse the day before Thanksgiving to make it home. And we
Oh.
were the only car. And that black dude was like playing music, talking. You know, I used to
It
be a
was-
DJ, right?
Oh my
Just
God,
don't crash, dog.
Hey, it wasn't, bro. It was, first of all, everybody who came to the show that night was like, yeah, we leaving tonight because it's a storm in the morning. And our dumbass was over, yeah, storm coming, cool. But it wasn't registering that a storm was coming. And sure enough, man, we woke up that morning, winter wonderland.
Like a blizzard hit.
It was a blizzard hit. And the dude who was taking us to the airport, which was an hour and a half away.
Yeah.
Because we was leaving. Were we going to Syracuse Airport?
You guys had all those long, like military bases were like an hour and a half out from the airport.
No, I think we were going to
And you had to
Syracuse
leave at
from
like
another
4.
little town.
Yeah.
You had to
White
leave at like
Plains.
4 or 5 in the morning or something to get there, right? It was like.
It was crazy, bro.
Really?
It was like dude was doing 50 miles per hour to like 60, which felt like 120
on black ice.
on black ice. And he kept saying, "Oh no, man, I know the weather, dog. Like when you can see the white line still in the street,
He's not even
then
looking
that
at the
means
road.
that's good. Check out my son demo." We were like, "What? What?"
Y'all entertainers, right?
Yeah, man. We were the only car, man. Like
On the road.
Like, you know the movie, the beginning of Fargo, when it's only the cop car in the white snow. That was us. And then we pulled over to the side just to see, like, weigh it out.
Yeah.
And then we saw one of those snow plows. come
Yes,
in.
That's what
that
you
was
guys
God.
followed
The
out,
first
right?
one
That was God.
and the only one. So we got behind that motherfucker. followed
God
him
was
all
in
the
a
way.
snowplow. Cause it got to the point where I look back at Felipe. I was like, if you ain't gonna say something, I'm gonna say something. Cause I ain't want to be the one to say something.
Right, but you have to say something.
But you gotta say something. I was like, yo,
It's your
dog,
life, dog.
even if you feel like you can do this, it ain't that important. I missed that flight. Just pull over. Let's figure this out. We never should have left the hotel. We never should have left the hotel. Like all this emotion started coming out.
Man.
You know what I mean? I was like, look, man, let's just figure this out. And we looked to the left. Fucking snowplow is just coming down the road, and everybody look at each other and go, oh! We get behind that shit.
Hashtag blessed.
Yeah.
We're
Yes.
the only ones on the road.
We was the only ones. We should have known that.
If we would have stood there parked though, we would have been covered up with snow.
Yeah.
Right, in 1 hour.
Yeah.
So we were stuck because
That
we went
brother
too
was-
far to go back.
Too far to go back.
And so it's like, fuck,
We're
what
stuck,
do
so
we do?
everything's closed now.
But that one brother was casual though driving.
Dude, he was casual, bro.
That motherfucker was on his phone driving with his knees. He was trying to find a CD. A CD. He still had a book of CDs.
Yeah, he was going at this, but it's another show I put up together. See the show up there? We rocked it.
We could have died.
People showed up.
God damn.
And when we got to the airport, he almost killed me. He offered me.
Oh, that's right. Give that fool one of those edibles, the
He
stars.
gave me a fucking edible,
the
dog.
stars, the stars of death before
Don't do edibles.
Before they took the potency out.
When they were
It
super.
was the Joe Diaz ones. I gave him one, and 1 hour later, that fool was like gone, bro. I don't know what he was doing in the laptop, writing
I was
a
crying.
thesis.
I felt the tear come down this cheek and went up my face the other side. That's how fucked up I was.
That was a Dear Mama blog.
Oh my! Now here's the crazy thing. So I'm trying to pride myself on like, oh yeah, man, you know.
I don't want to
cool,
give it to him
edible.
while we were in the snow, bro.
Yeah. but we in the airport and we sitting there. We happy that we made it. He give me the edible. I'm looking at it. He was like, you take this, get on the flight. You gonna sleep the whole way. Da da da. I was like, all right, cool. And it wasn't that big, but it was the size of one of them little caramel chunks that you get on Halloween.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, fuck it.
Take it
I
down
take
real
it.
quick.
And I'm looking at him. He like, yeah. So you know, I tell you what, fool. My flight this way. Great working with you. All right, fool. See you next time. I'm like, all right, man. See you next time. So he walk off, and I go to my gate. I sit there, and all of a sudden my heart just, and I feel it.
I'm like,
That's how
So
I feel.
it's
That's
one of
how
those
Lisa
things.
feels.
It's one of those things where you look down and you like, why do I hear a noise?
Yeah.
So then I see him walking back, but this time I'm all jittery and I try to control myself. So I grab stuff. I'm grabbing my suitcase. I'm grabbing everything.
You don't want to fall.
I don't want to let him know how fucked up I am, because you know he gonna talk shit. So I'm just sitting there like I can't even give him this ammo on me. So I'm sitting there trying to play it cool, and then he's like, oh, by the way, fool, just want to say next week is this, and then let's hook up, da 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 da. But I'm out, and I'm like, okay. He walks off. I shit you not, my hand does this, and it's stuck there.
you were gonna wave, but you didn't.
It's just stuck there. So now I'm like, holy shit, I can't get on the plane. I make it up, I stand up, I start walking real slow over to this bar. I just wanted some water. If I could get, and people walking at me and just looking like, so I look like Thriller at this point, because now I'm just like, my arms up, I can't put my
You
arms
had
down.
an empty stomach, bro.
And I'm
That's a factor.
telling myself, shit, Finesse, don't get on this plane. If you get on this plane, you're gonna freak the fuck out. They're gonna land the plane. You're
You
gonna be on the
sure
news.
will, man.
And
Man.
I just said, please let this go away. Let this feeling go
That's how
away.
I
Oh, I
feel.
hate Felipe.
That shit is.
Felipe. That's all I kept saying.
Stay
Like, he
strong,
fucked me up.
Finesse.
Yeah. I felt like if we was in a hotel, he gave me the Bill Cosby edible. Like he gave me the shit that was like, I'm about to pass out any goddamn second, and I ain't gonna remember what happened.
You gotta roll with it.
Get ran through real quick.
And sure
Because I
enough,
remember, I think Finesse made an Instagram story that an hour later. I don't know what they gave me, man.
Because you have to you got to go through like 3 or 4 of those little
Stages.
instances to be able to realize that nothing's gonna happen. Because you have to do it. Because that's happened to
Right.
me. And dude, like, but after you hit that shit, then you're cool. Because one time I was on the plane, man. Fucking, I was like listening to the engine. Oh, this shit's gonna tear apart, dog. Just bad thoughts.
Those are the thoughts I can't
And
have an
then
edible on a plane. That's what I
the thing
think
that
about.
works for me,
Yeah.
water and just fucking loud music. Dude.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Well, I need the water.
He took the same one, and you know how you're getting you're like A27 on Southwest.
Mm-hmm.
This fool was sad. He was like C40. So he said, "You know what? I'm gonna take a little nap. I'll be last." We never saw him again, dude.
Stated never.
We never saw him again.
But see,
He missed his flight.
the thing is, when you if you're not used to edibles, like, dude, if you get one of those where they hit you with the paranoia and shit, that's when shit can go south if you ain't used to it, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because those motherfuckers are potent, dog.
Yeah, when I made those, I used to make the what are they called? Fruity Pebble
Fruity
treats.
Pebble treats.
Like Rice Krispie treats, but
Uh-huh.
Fruity Pebbles. And
They're
with
sweet.
infused butter, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I ate one time, and I couldn't get off my couch, and I felt like I was going through PMS. I was having hot flashes and like feeling nauseous,
That shit's happened to me.
and that's too much for me. I cannot handle
I
that.
had to go crawl to take a shit, dog.
Never do Finesse too, man. Hot flashes.
Oh, dude,
He was
sweaty.
looking for a sweater.
And just like, it was just very hard to get on your feet, dude. Like, just,
I was walking slow as fuck, man. I was like, I could hear everything, I could feel everything. Everything was an out of body experience, but I felt like my heart was about to pop. I felt like my chest was about to pop. And I'm like, dog,
it's like an eardrum
we
gets
make it
connected to
through
that
a
part of the
fucking
house.
snowstorm, and here I am about to die in the airport in safety. You know what I mean? I'm
So I love-
finally safe, and I take a damn
That's
edible.
funny 'cause when I left, I turned around and I smiled. And he was just like watching his ESPN like this.
I was trying not to like show him like I was really about to have.
They ain't no joke, man. They ain't
Yeah,
no joke.
so I just stick with
Know your
flour now.
dosage, man.
That's like, have you ever seen that 911 phone call on the news?
The
and
cops
it's the cop
and his wife?
that took the weed brownies.
I think
and
we're gonna
weed, and they
die.
made brownies. I think we're dead. I think we're dead. Like he really thinks they're
I felt
having
like
an
that
overdose.
one time, but that was in
They
El
will
Paso.
fuck you up. Yeah, dude, those brownies, and that was off of like what, mid grades?
Mid grades.
Yeah,
But that we didn't know how to. I didn't know how to cook with
Yeah.
brownies. I left the stems.
Yeah, but we put everything in there,
Everything,
man.
man. So we ate the oil and the stems.
Everything, dog. Grinded that shit up.
So Finesse and I, we were like on an army base tour, bro. We went
USO or what?
to towns I would never go to.
No, it's like a private
Bases?
woman who set up
Yeah.
these shows.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
All
at-
military,
at-
though.
all
MWR?
military.
Yeah.
MWR, right?
Yeah.
I did an interview today where a lady was like, I just want to thank you for what you do for the military. Like you always go out of your way to do shows for the military. I'm currently still in the military. I was like, yeah. And I always say, Felipe Esparza tried to kill me. I always bring up the story. But when I think about it, yeah, man, I do a lot of military shows. I don't know. So shout out to the military, I guess. I don't know. They checks clear.
Dude, we would get to these military bases, and every time we got there, I said, God damn, we should have just ate before we even fucking got here. There's no fucking
There's
food.
no
There's nothing open here.
food.
Yeah.
So
no
you
good
pretty
food.
much lose. Like if you don't have pack on lunch, you're gonna starve.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
were taking sandwiches
I
when
was
you
taking
could,
sandwiches.
and like frozen burritos.
And every military base, shout out to everybody in the military, but every military base got their own mayor, got their own whatever
City,
that dude. No, that
council?
that dude
Yeah.
That runs everything?
that runs everything. He's the mayor of that base. You know what I mean? He's like for everybody that's coming on, that's like a guest. Like you gonna meet that guy.
He introduces you.
He introduces you to all the captains, all the who's the who.
yeah, he's
who's
like a
the no.
liaison for the
Yeah.
whole thing, right?
Damn.
And it was so funny. They always say, you know, because it was me, Seaton, and Felipe. So they'd be like, "Hey, welcome to the base. It's gonna be a great show." And they look at Felipe and they'd be like, "So yeah, you know, we can't do drugs. We can't do drugs, and we gotta watch what we say on the show. It can't just be over the top." And then they look back at me and then they be like, "And we can't talk about Trump." And you be like, "What the fuck?" You know?
Oh, it's like that. I didn't know it was like
That's
that.
right. You
He does-
can't talk about
he
the
does-
sitting president.
But
or
he talked
president.
about Trump, and then there was one time I made fun of somebody, and then you got mad. I did the DJ or somebody.
Yeah.
I gave him a complex or something.
Yeah.
He thought they were gonna beat my ass.
Why? What happened, fool?
Nah, I don't know. Shit. You know, Felipe did his thing. You know what I'm
It
saying?
was a DJ. It
Yeah,
was a DJ. It was
DJ,
old.
basically.
And I mentioned something about him.
Like an old joke.
Because that fool
Okay.
said that
Oh, you bagged on him?
he was
Okay,
he was a sniper or something. But you DJ now.
Fool got
Okay.
demoted.
Everybody that was high class at this base was doing something not high class no more. Like this guy said,
high ranking.
This Puerto Rican guy said, "Yeah, man, I shot this, I shot that." I go, "What did you shoot?" "I'm a photographer. You know, I shot this, I shot that."
Whoa.
I go, "Man, just give me my coke, please."
Okay, so
Catskills, the Poconos.
Felipe left out a huge chunk of this story of why he did not like Felipe, and that's
I
why I'm here
forgot.
on the What's Up Food podcast to fill in the blanks. Are you ready for this one?
Yeah.
This one's a doozy. Are you ready for this one?
remember
This
it.
is a doozy.
I don't remember.
You remember so many things.
I
From,
remember. First of all,
Selective
I
memory.
made fun of
once
Selective.
somebody.
Once
so
he
bad.
tried to kill me with the edible, I said I got to stay on my toes and just remember everything and document everything. This is the part Felipe is leaving out. The dude had vitiligo.
oh.
The DJ had vitiligo.
Oh, no.
What is
The
it?
The
That's
dude
what-
looked like
skin disorder.
the skin
Yeah,
disorder.
Oh, you start getting patches of your
Yeah,
skin.
he got
Patches of
patches of your
lighter-
skin.
lighter
are-
skin,
yeah,
yeah.
lighter
I
skin.
said that motherfucker still camouflage.
So Felipe get up there and his first joke was and shout out to the DJ who got his own camouflage. And it was a wrap. It was a wrap.
It's a comedy show, dog.
Oh my God.
Hey, in my defense, I laid off my luggage. I was performing in sweats. Hey,
Yeah. But, what else, dog? What else do you need,
it
dog?
was funny too because he
We on a military base. It's people in there with guns.
he looked,
This dude say I was this, I was that. You know, he the DJ. He trying to get our music together.
but he said all this other stuff that he was in battle.
The first thing Felipe said.
Dude, good memory, man. He said he didn't even know about that.
No, I didn't. I don't think I knew about that. That's
Tell me
horrible.
about that one, but he
It
was
was horrible. It was one of them jokes.
He
Where,
was in camouflage. Look like Phantom of the Opera.
it was one of them jokes where everybody did this. Oh. But
See,
we
that's the
would
thing.
die.
As a crowd, if they would have laughed it out, it would have been cool.
They laughed
But
it
that
out.
pause.
They laughed it out.
He
though.
said they laughed though.
No, they were in sweats, bro, because they left my luggage
Yeah, that's
behind.
what. Oh.
yeah, man. We did.
Man, that's Lago, dog.
Oh, and then we met this guy that's been working in the militaries for a long time, and his story, I kind of like, yeah, man, there was one girl I liked, but this comedian took her from me.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Look, Gallagher
There's
took
a
his
lot of
lady.
that. There's a lot of that, isn't there?
Has done swooped on her, man.
right.
There's a lot of that in
Did it?
comedy.
Brad
right?
Williams took his lady.
Oh man, we had an a Lyft driver in fucking Dallas, and she had one of those milk carts, and then she had she fucking was asking for tips.
Like a milk jug.
Oh, this
In
weekend.
the Uber.
Yeah, a big ass milk
But
jug
can't you
tip
just
jar.
tip through Uber?
Yeah, you're supposed to tip through the app.
She wants
I think
cash.
All
Yeah.
you
She
Uber
wanted
drivers, we
cash.
tipping through apps. We're not
I
just
gotta go
giving
to-
you straight cash.
The big old
They're
chubby
not-
lady.
That's
I
the
wanna
whole
go to
point of
Chippendale.
taking the Uber.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of
Touching
taking an
six
Uber.
pack.
So you don't have to pull cash out at all.
Totally.
This Lyft driver was telling us this story about the little person.
I got an Uber
dog.
story after that.
Oh
Go
man,
ahead.
you know how Uber drivers sometimes just
Yeah.
hey, shut the fuck up, just
Yeah.
get me to my destination.
But you start talking to a Lyft driver, he'll tell you his craziest a Lyft driver will tell you his craziest fare, no matter what. He'll tell you.
So he's all like, kind of making
Immediately.
short talk, and then I was like, dude, and then this
No
fool's
pun
like,
intended.
he didn't want anything to do with him. But then we just started clicking, started talking. Yeah, man. And then this fool's going, so sir, which is your craziest ride, dog? And
Right.
last night I had a midget try to choke me.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
He said he stood on the back seat.
Yeah,
and,
he-
like, had his
He was
hands up.
3'7".
Yeah, he picked
Right.
up a midget at a bar that was drunk that got kicked out of a
In
bar.
the daytime, by the way.
So then homeboy's all picks him up. He's all drunk. I knew the midget was drunk, and then he's all let's go to breakfast. And he's like, oh no, I can't go to breakfast. I have to have breakfast with my wife. Okay. So then this little motherfucker gets off the seat, and he was pissed because his legs wouldn't bend over the seat. I guess it was straight Chucky style. So then he stands up on the ground,
Chucky style.
and he goes behind the seat and starts trying to strangle him, like choke him.
Fuck
So homeboy
that.
pulls the car over. Hey dog, relax, this and that. He's okay, man. I give up. And then fucking that was nuts. Huh?
That
I
ride
told
would have
him-
been over,
was Chucky
dog.
ride.
I told the driver he should have opened a sunroof, man, and fucking pressed the brakes and shot him out like a
Eject
cat.
that fool.
Nah, I would have been over a dude choke me.
That was crazy. Still can't get over the camouflage, dude.
I forgot that. I didn't know
Damn,
that.
that one hurts.
Vitiligo.
It was, man. All his friends were laughing.
It's funny, but it hurts.
We'll have a little complexion of a leopard. huh?
I'm thinking about it and I feel bad.
That's
You
gonna
should have
fall
felt bad on that one.
What's your crazy story?
My crazy Uber driver, I'm in Cleveland, and I left the Horseshoe Casino, and this dude, I get in, and immediately, as soon as I get in, he said, Finesse? I said, yeah. He said, all right, dope. And he turns on his music, and the music was blasting. So I wanted to make a phone call, so I was like, yo, dog, can you turn that down a little bit? He was like, it's like that? And I was like, yeah, man, I want to make a phone call. I just need you to turn down a little bit. He was like, yeah, okay.
Was it his music?
I mean,
Was it?
Now, he didn't tell me that till at the end. But he was playing his demo, right? But
Yeah.
this the
No
funny part.
way.
So I'm on the phone, and I'm having a conversation.
I
He
just
gets
was
on the phone.
joking.
You
Oh my
should have
God.
done like you should have done this like back to the This is the sound we're looking for.
He gets on his little phone, and so I'm having, and so now I'm trying
Conversation
to have my
battling.
conversation, but I hear him say, "Yeah, man, some pretty ass nigga," and I'm like, hold on. I'm like, hey man, hold on.
Caramel
Yeah, man, I'm like, hey.
Someone just called me
I
pretty.
think you're tough. Yeah, and then so I
Sound like somebody that rolls a thin ass blunt. saying that.
I don't say shit. I just like, all right. So I'm still in my conversation,
Oh, my
and then
God.
I hear, yeah, fucking told me to turn my music down. Like, what the fuck, man? And so I'm like, wait a minute, hold
He's
on.
got
let
like
me-
a Bluetooth or
yeah,
something.
yeah, he got a
in there?
Bluetooth.
Damn.
So I'm like, wait a minute, let me call you back. Let me call you back. So I hang up.
Let me just stand up and choke this guy.
Send this
I hang
chirp.
up. So now I'm just sitting there and I'm looking in the rearview mirror and I'm looking at the road and I'm looking in the rearview mirror, but I'm letting him know I'm not on the phone no more. And so then he's like, yeah, man. So let me call you back because now homie's staring at me and shit. So I'm like, damn. So now I don't know what to do because I want to get home, but at the same
Test
time
me,
I'm like,
motherfucker.
fuck. Do I say something? Like, I'm by myself. I'm in Cleveland. What the fuck do I do? I said, fuck this. I'm about to say something.
And he's in control of the car.
Yeah, and that's another thing.
In his hood.
So then I said, yo, excuse me. He was like, oh, you want me to turn the radio completely off? So he tried to cut me off, like, yo, you want me to turn the radio completely off? I said, no, man, I mean, you talking about me, dog? Like, I got the right to say turn the music down if I'm paying for the ride. I mean, you should be professional enough to just know that, or to just
Right.
go with the tempo of the passenger.
Yeah.
It's not your car once you're at work. It's the person paying for that time.
Right.
He was like, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, like I was saying, man.
This fool has to come back for everything.
Yeah, like I was saying, man.
my
This dude don't want
can't believe he
now,
makes it-
now he lecturing me in my own.
He makes
damn
his
car.
own work environment uncomfortable for himself.
Lecture me
So
in my
this,
own car.
Now
dog.
this was the kicker. He said, you don't stress. He gets off the phone. We driving. He's like, I'm lucky this shit around the corner, dog. You don't stress. I ain't gonna lie, bro. You don't stress me the fuck out. He lights a blunt.
Oh my
He
God.
lights a blunt. And normally I would have been like, you know what I mean? Because it was late. But
Yeah.
the
Fuck it,
fact
let's
that,
break bread.
yeah, the fact that I was already pissed and was like, this the most unprofessional Uber motherfucker ever. The fact that he lit a blunt in the car, I was like, yo, I'm about to give you a 1 star while I'm riding in this bitch. Like, I'm about to like send a note right now. And he was like, well, do what you gotta do, man. And then he pulls over and I'm like, yeah, it's right up there. He was like, nah, you gonna do that 1 star shit, just go on and get out.
Oh my God.
I got out, I had to walk the last 2 blocks. That was the worst Uber ride I ever had.
Damn.
Cleveland.
I thought you were gonna hit that blunt and give him 4 stars.
You know what, man?
She probably hit that weed and give him 0
Bet
stars.
that shit was thin ass blunt. I bet. How thin
Cleveland.
was that blunt?
Nah, I don't.
Was it
I
a
don't
fat
like-
blunt or was it a thin blunt?
It was a whack blunt. It was
Picture
a
sure
weak
was
ass
whack.
blunt.
One of those.
It was a weak ass blunt. It was a rude,
Oh, paper.
disrespectful,
And one of
pretty ass
those-
nigga blunt.
One of those Skill Hudson blunts.
Shout out to Skills Hudson. What's up, baby?
Fool. First time I hang out with Skill Hudson, he's hanging around with another type motherfucker named Juan Garcia Chepo.
His cousin.
Juan Garcia Chepo. And Juan Garcia is notorious cheap, bro. He's the kind of guy, dude, that you like if you were he was your opener and you buy him all kinds of shit, you buy him for his fly, whatever. But then you don't have your wallet and you go get me a coffee. I'll get you a coffee, motherfucker. all that money you're making, right?
Now you're going to lecture me to get you a coffee.
But you don't have your wallet with you.
Right.
You could pay for both coffees. But so I'm hanging around with Skills and then like Skills lights a blunt and she's there. And then the other fool lights a blunt. So I'm fucking lighting Skills, smoking that shit. I passed it to Lisa. And then she was going to pass it back to Juan. And he said, nah, fuck that motherfucker. And then he lights up his blunt.
They had their own.
So I was smoking. They did not share their own blunts.
They're not sharing.
They didn't share it, but I'm hitting both blunts.
Right.
But they're not passing it to
like
each
they're
other.
sharing it with us,
Yeah.
but not each other.
Right. So
Like they've
Skills
had
and
some
Juan.
history.
Right.
With the,
But they
with
rode
the
together.
joints. Yeah.
They're in the same car
Yeah, they
together.
came in together.
But they can't share the blunt
Right.
because one is cheap.
I was so confused by
Both
that.
of those blunts equal half a blunt.
This is how cheap Juan is. Juan will just jump into the circle if you don't know nobody. Yo, man, can I get on that blunt? And he'll put $5 out.
And say like he want to pay for.
Yeah, he
him
want to
for-
pay a hit.
5 hits.
Yeah, and then after it's all done, like there's a little roach, and like, man, can I get that little roach? I'm gonna take it to the ice house. Put the ice house in 2 days. Yeah, I'm gonna save it.
I'm going to smoke it with Bob Fisher.
Tiny ass blunt.
Oh, my
Nah,
God.
Skills. Well, shut.
You were taking him on the road for a while, huh?
Yeah. Skills is the homie. What up, Skills?
I'm Vegas.
How you meet that fool? Cause he's an LA native, right?
Yeah.
I was at the Comedy Union down on Pico. Shout out to Finesse Mitchell running the Comedy
Ends,
Union.
man.
That's the OG. And Skills was up there doing his thing, and I think this was my first time watching him. And he pulled that hat off in the middle of that joke.
That joke, yeah.
And that shit
Looking like an old ass man.
killed the room.
I did not know about that head until
Yeah,
I saw him in the airport.
Pulled that hat off.
Yeah, he
He
pulled
put
that hat
he
off.
put that hat off at the TSA, bro. And I
I
said,
do not
"Ooh."
believe you're talking about.
So I got so many
I
goddamn
thought
skills.
he was a-
so many goddamn skills.
I thought he was a
stories.
coach of the Cubs, Washington.
I mean, his skills go literally from like 27 to like
Looking like the dad from Good Times.
58. Yeah, look like
Easy.
yeah, man.
Easy.
He goes from looking 20 to
But when he came off stage, I went up to him and I said, "Yo, man, I'm Finesse Mitchell." He was like, "Yeah, I know who you are. What's up, famo?" I was like, "Yeah, man, I got some dates. I want to know if you want to come on the road with me." He was like, "Oh, famo, please, man. I mean, don't fuck with me, dog." And I was like, "No, man, I want to take you on the road." And he was like, so "That was it." Homie didn't even have a suitcase at the time. I had to give him a suitcase.
Yeah.
Well, he had a
Like Adam
suitcase, but
Murray.
it wasn't a
Full.
Little
yeah.
Beverly Hillbilly
Yeah,
suitcase.
I was like, yeah, you can't go on the road.
I
with
met
me.
the
Chicago.
I met the white comic
Skills, skills.
in Florida named Adam Murray, and in Orlando, and that's man, you kind of like feel for people like, okay, this was a big heart. He's been taken advantage of. I'm gonna hook him up. he goes to buy an eighth before the press. And like trying to like impress me, like he's gonna buy some weed and we're gonna smoke out before the radio. He goes out there, man, and comes back with a gram. Almost like a gram, and says, "I got hosed." Like, just really much I went in there and I got robbed. I gave her 60, this is all she gave me. I said, "Man, fuck that bitch, let's go." So I invited him to go work with us. This fool has no luggage, bro. He's traveling with
Like a hamper,
ham-
laundry
a-
hamper.
Hamper.
a dirty, like a little,
Laundry
a
basket.
basket.
Rubber
like a laundry
maid.
basket,
Yeah.
yeah.
and they're wet because he didn't have time to go to a dryer. So,
Go
would
ahead.
you start in Florida? You from Florida? You went to
I'm
college
from
there?
Miami,
You
man.
play football there, right?
I played for the University of Miami. Shout out to the U.
Scholarship?
Well, no. But that was enough financial aid to make it all worth it. You know
That's
what I mean?
good.
We won the championship in '91.
You were in that championship?
Yeah,
With what's his name,
Warren
right?
Sapp and
Warren
Dwayne
Sapp.
Johnson. Dwayne the Rock Johnson
damn.
was on
What?
the team. We had the dopest football team. Miami's still the dopest college, still the dopest football team. Even though we don't win all the goddamn time no more, but we still good, man.
Are those stories true? When we were in Miami, you probably know the guy from Miami, the guy that used to drive us to radio, the tall Puerto Rican guy.
Yeah.
He was telling us about stuff. Nah, bro, right here in Florida, they don't play. Back in the days, they'll try to lure a high school student with a boat full of hookers, bro.
Oh,
Hey,
an
and
athlete,
cash.
a high school
Yeah.
athlete.
Like the alumni will give this fool like a big envelope with cash, and then whatever dope he wants, and then all the hookers in a boat.
Well, I cannot say they treated me that way.
You're
did
getting
not get
offers
the
like
hookers.
that.
Yeah, but I heard some crazy stories in Miami.
You walk on the team or?
Yeah, absolutely.
You
Oh,
walked
damn.
on you
for you,
audition.
man.
Good for you, man.
Yeah.
Wide receiver.
It
or
wasn't an
what?
audition, but they don't call it an audition in football.
It's tryouts,
I did well,
right?
yeah, it's tryouts. But yeah, cornerback, strong safety, and I played 2 years. I got kicked off the team because of grades. I had like a 1.5 GPA, so
Just
Damn.
partying in football or what?
it was just partying,
Sound like
man.
you'd be
Big
a
frat
comedian.
boy. Yeah, man. I was just frat.
What
I was just
fraternity were you in?
Kappa Alpha Psi. Shout out to all the noobs out there.
The noobs.
Kappa.
Kappa.
Yes. So I did all
On a
that.
sweater.
I did all that, man, and it was, for me, it was just about, I guess, partying and football practice, and I never really went to class. And when I went, it was just to go, but I was never really taking notes and all that other stuff. And so when I was about to get kicked out of school, that's when I got serious. But I had to quit the team. Well, I got kicked off the team because you got to be at least have a 2.0 or 2.3 or something. And I didn't have that, so they kicked me off the team. But I did graduate. I think I graduated with like a 2.8 or a 2.9. So I pulled like a 1.5 all the way up to a 2.9. So I was
Good.
That's good.
Almost a B right under there.
And then next thing I know, like, I'm working in South Florida, and I'm going to comedy shows, and I'm talking shit like, one day I'm gonna do that. One day. So all the comedians,
Hell
you know
yeah.
how comedians come down, and I was that dude that go off to the side when they come. Hey, Mike Epps, man, I love your comedy, man. One day, man, I'm
Hell
gonna get up
yeah.
there. Hey, Craig Robinson, man. One day, man, I'm a JB Smooth, man. My name Finesse Mitchell, man.
Yo,
One
what's
day
up,
I'm gonna do
Finesse?
comedy. What's up? What's up, fool? What's up? JB talk like that too. Let me tell you something. If you really want to do comedy, if you want to do stand-up comedy, this is what you got to do. You got to get on stage. You got to stop talking about it. You got to do it. So I was like, all right, man. So next thing I know, I started going to open mic nights. My first open
In
mic
Miami?
night. Yep, Coconut Grove, Miami.
Oh, that
Improv.
original Miami
original.
Improv.
The one with the green room and stage.
Yep. Marvin Dixon. I don't know if you remember Marvin Dixon.
heard of
Benji Brown. All those
I know
guys.
Benji Brown from New York,
Kyle
right?
Grooms.
Cal Grooms.
Funny
Yeah.
as
That
fuck.
guy
dog.
started before you. He's been around, Cal
Yeah,
Grooms.
he was on
Kyle
Kid
Grooms.
Loco.
He was on Def Jam.
He was on Kid
before.
Locos, too.
Yeah.
I think he had a deal once, but I'm not sure.
He back down and shout out to Kyle Grooms. What up, homie? And but I got up there. I did an open mic night, and I got a standing ovation. I
Don't
swear to
be
God, I
lying.
still remember. You only get 3 minutes.
Yeah,
it
man.
was about how boys, how kids, how we discover masturbation. Like how we get in the shower at like 11 or 12, and all of a sudden you hard for no reason. And you don't figure out. You got to figure out what.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That was the whole thing. But it was genius the way I set it up. I painted this picture. I said, "Finesse Mitchell, that's my time." Everybody, was, "Ah!"
Really, man.
I invited everybody. The dude was like, so this is what really got me. The host was like, "Yo, dude, that was really good, man. So you ain't never done comedy before?" I said, "No." He said, "You got to come back next week." I said, "Okay." He said, "Come back." I said, "Okay." I invited everybody. Everybody. I wore a shirt and tie. I invited all my friends. I got up there. I didn't know you were supposed to do the same exact routine. I just thought you'd get up there and
Just do
magic.
the shit.
And,
Freestyle.
yeah, and magic
That's
happened
what I
again.
thought, shit.
And so I got up there. I started talking. Nobody. It was so bad. Nobody cared. The worst sound. People think booing is the worst sound.
Nah,
the
silence.
worst sound
Silence.
is silence. Nobody even. You say a joke and nobody say nothing.
And the old lady said,
And that's
he's
how they
trying.
treated me. No, I heard something worse than that. Because it was like, it was black folks. So
Yeah.
I heard this. That shit is like a gun went off. I said a joke and at the end some chick just like
That's the worst, man.
That was, man.
That hurts.
So when my time was up, I walked off stage. When the show was over, everybody who I invited, nobody came up to me. Everybody kind of like did that wave, like we gotta go. Like, hey man, thanks for the invite, we gotta go. And I was like,
Motherfucker got the Zika
That's one of
now.
your bits of advice. That's one of your top things that you
I was
advise people who ask you advice for comedy. You say, don't invite any of your
Don't
friends or
invite no
family
friends,
to the
man.
open
Never.
mic
You'll
when you're
quit.
starting out.
You'll quit the next day.
Yeah,
Yep.
dude.
They
Because
sure
of the
will.
shame of seeing those people
Because
after
they-
you
This
bomb.
ain't a talent show, motherfucker.
There's not enough love from friends to watch you get better.
Yeah. And what's so funny is that
Only show up when the beer's cold.
Every
Ain't nobody wants to watch a friend get better at
Yep.
anything. I want you to come good. Eh?
I
Yep.
don't want to be the friend of the
'Cause
loser.
what was-
Oh, like, people over there fucking trying.
I'm only friends with stars.
What's true to this day is
Yeah,
that
this shit-
anytime I had like a shitty ass set when I'm in my growing pain years, anytime I was horrible,
That's bad.
my friends to this day would say, "Remember that time you was at the
Oh,
Uptown?" Remember that time they
They
booed you
are
at the
like
Uptown
that.
Comedy Corner? No matter what you're doing now, Saturday Night Live, movies, I got my 1 hour special dropping this Friday, Showtime. The Spirit told me to tell you. I still get somebody tell me, "Hey man, remember that time I was at the Miami Improv?" And that girl said, but you know what?
Pain you can't delete,
Hey
man.
man, you can't, and I'll never forget it because it's what made me hungry. It
That
made
shit-
me say, "I'll be back next week,"
Man.
because I remembered to stand to know.
Man.
So I was
Yeah,
chasing
you,
that shit.
then
That
you
shit like
can
crack.
do it. Then you
That,
can
yeah.
do it.
That shit is like
Yeah.
crack. You
That's what
you gonna chase that crack.
If you
That's-
know you can do it,
Yeah.
that's why you do it. I
You
think.
saw it happen once. That's what keeps people in Hollywood,
Joe?
even though
Yeah.
things aren't happening for a while, you know?
Yep.
And you're like, you don't even think, should I give this up? Because I had it once.
Yeah.
I had
You
it
can
twice,
do it once, Doc.
you know?
You can do it again, Doc.
Yeah, they're just waiting again for that next taste.
But
You know,
it's funny to be so new like Finesse was the second time to not think about doing the bit that worked.
right. I didn't think.
just
I
goes
didn't
back.
know.
No.
You don't know, bro.
A lot
You know
of
what?
people
I
do.
thought that was cheating, dog.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't say that because that worked last time. Nobody told me
Are
you
you-
were supposed
Yeah,
to say
man.
that shit over and over.
Man, he didn't do the bit I was waiting for.
Man,
Man, how
Motherfuckers in the back, like, dude.
how did your feeling go from being like, to now like, damn? Did you think that
Yeah.
after the great set, movie offers were going to start coming in?
uh-huh.
You're getting
Well,
the
after
phone
that,
calls.
well, at least what I thought was that I'm a comedian.
Yeah.
I missed my calling. Why did I play football? Why did I go to college? I could have saved that money. I could have came straight to the improv. It's so many from like the Mike Epps to the Nick Cannons to a whole bunch of people who just went straight. Bo Burnham, they just went straight to the stage. You know what I mean? As kids. And now these people are multimillionaires, and I'm like, here I am. I'm the only fucking comedian with $120,000 in student loans. I could have saved all that goddamn money and went straight to the stage. And then, but it made me better. I'm glad I went to UM. I'm glad I got the education. I speak differently. I talk differently. I think differently. I learned to appeal to a diverse group of people, you know, and that shit helped me earlier. In
Yeah,
my
fraternity
career.
connections,
I got
right?
Fraternity
Yeah,
connections.
brothers.
You know, it's a bunch of shit that college is helpful for.
Right, right.
But, you know, this stand-up game, it's just all about funny and opportunity and the right place at the right time. It ain't about being the funniest.
No.
And it ain't about being the best in the game. It's about impressing the right people at the right time, and you got the right set. And shit pops off.
So how did
You got to have a lot of oh shit moments.
how did your SNL like audition and all that stuff go down? How did you get it?
They were
How many
looking-
times had you done? Had you?
I had
tried out?
auditioned for SNL in that one sitting for like three. It was like 3 times. We auditioned 3 times. So is that
3
me?
different seasons. It's him.
Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, and it was 2003. They was looking for the new black guy. That's all we all heard.
You came in after Tracy Morgan, right?
Tracy
Yeah.
Morgan had left,
Yeah.
and they was looking for the new black guy. That's what everybody heard from New York, Chi-Town, Miami, Atlanta, L.A.
Were they still looking, you think, for an Eddie Murphy like guy
We-
who would blow up to that level?
They're looking
or
for
what?
Garrett Morris.
I've been looking
Morris
for
is-
Eddie
Someone
Murphy
to
since
stand
he
to-
left.
Stand to the
I
side.
know. Well, that was what's his face said that.
What? That's what who said.
Who was it? Chris Rock.
Yeah.
I think it was Chris Rock who said that there was so much pressure for him to be the next Eddie Murphy.
The ghost of Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
You know what? I wasn't an SNL fan. You know, I must admit, I was a I was there.
Living Colors.
Yeah, I watched in Living Color.
yeah.
I watched Def
Def
Comedy
Jam.
Jam. You know, I watched Comic View. You know, and when I was a kid, I watched Eddie Murphy be on Saturday Night Live, do James Brown, hot tub, too hot.
That shit was funny,
Gumby.
man.
Do Gumby, do Buckwheat. You know, Mr. Robinson's name. What was his name? He was
Mr.
Mr.
Robinson.
Robinson's Neighborhood.
Who is it?
Yep,
Mr.
all
Robinson
that.
was the best.
That was the
I'm still
best.
waiting for that movie to come out.
Who's in the
Some
cast
movie.
when you
That would be
started?
badass.
Someone want to know.
When I
Yeah.
started, it was Tina Fey and Jimmy Fallon, Daryl Hammond, Horatio Sands. You remind me a tiny bit of Horatio, but you like Horatio on steroids. like you like Horatio.
It's like Horatio and John
1000.
Belushi had a
Yeah,
baby. Yeah,
that's what it is, Lisa. That's what it is. And so,
Horacio.
Oh, that's
but he done got all skinny now.
Yeah, he's all skinny. He's all
Yeah.
different. completely
Keenan
different person.
Thompson, who's still there.
Keenan
Damn.
started when you were
Keenan
there.
Thompson
A
is the
mean-ass run.
longest.
He started when you were
running-
there?
Yes, we came in
You
together.
were the writer, right?
Really?
Yes. Yeah.
Damn.
No,
So
he
he's
came
been
in
on-
with
Yeah.
me.
So
No,
he's been on 15 years.
Yeah, he's
then?
been on. Yeah, man.
Wow.
Yeah, we got there in 03, and it's what 2018. That's-
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
man.
before that, I think it was like Tim Meadows and Kevin Nealon had been like the longest running.
No, it was Daryl Hammond.
Oh, Daryl Hammond.
Daryl
Okay.
Hammond. And Keenan just.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, they need a special. They need to get a statue, chisel that thing like the Hall of Fame.
So you
And,
got? Did you get started as a not ready for primetime player, or were you a featured act?
I was
first?
featured act. You do feature for 2 years,
2
and then
years.
my
Oh.
third year they made me a cast member, and then after my third year, it was like, yeah, we good.
Where did you audition at?
I auditioned at Stand Up New York in New York. All the comics. I was in Group C. I was
much
number
time you did?
7
Whoa.
in Group C.
How much time
Oh,
you
wow.
do?
Man, it had to be at least 60 dudes.
Really, dog?
60 black dudes.
How much
man.
time you do though?
They gave you 7 minutes.
Oh my god,
7
I
to
thought
8
it was
minutes.
45 minutes. One time I read that Junior Garofalo had to audition for 45 minutes
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Did you
in
do?
front
go-
of
I'm sorry.
Lorne Michaels.
Did you do a bunch of characters mixed in with stand up, or what?
I
you
did.
do?
My
'Cause
bit.
You have to do characters, right?
My
Or they
bit.
wanna
I
say-
had one of the hottest bits in LA at the time. 2003. The movie Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon had come out.
Oh yeah, I
And
remember that
so
movie.
my entire bit was going to the Magic Johnson Theater on Crenshaw and finding out, and black people finding out that Crouching Tiger had subtitles. Because none of the commercials showed subtitles. We just thought we was going to see a karate movie. You know what I mean? Wu-Tang was hot, hip-hop and karate.
Karate movie.
So we was like, we got to go see the
Karate's
karate
been
movie.
big in the hood since like the 70s.
Hell yeah.
Love Bruce Lee.
60s.
I know brother that would dress him like in a Chinese
Oh,
outfit.
we were
Bless
crazy.
his-
Yeah, I remember
So
that.
when we found out we had to read for 2.5 hours, I mean,
Damn.
so that was the whole thing, man. And so my whole bit was just talking about the experience because I'm in Atlanta. It's a black city. We got ghetto theaters. The Crenshaw Theater in LA, it was it was a birthday party going on inside the theater. It was a
Damn.
cake. It was candles.
Ghetto to another level.
Ghetto, dog.
They was singing happy birthday before the movie came on.
Ghetto.
So I'm
How
sitting there
sad.
like, what the hell? And then there was these girls who
Genius.
were cheering before the movie came on, but not because the movie started late.
Can you guys open your present slowly, please?
And they wasn't cheering like, we want the movie. No, it was like this synchronized, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I said my name is Starkeisha, Crouching Tiger, it's my birthday up in here, Crouching Tiger. Hey Starkeisha, hey girl, call me, okay.
Because he used to do
Yeah,
that.
it was-
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
all that.
That's Starkeisha. I always loved that character.
I did that in my whole audition, and man, I got the job. First thing Lauren and them asked me was like, "We want to know if you are willing to do Starkeisha as a character." And I was like, "Yeah, let's do it. Well, you're gonna have to dress up as a lady." I was like, "Yeah, let's do it." He's like, "Oh, so there's no problem." I said, "Is there a check?" He was like, "Yes, there's a check." I said, "Let's do it." So that was me, man. I won the job. Me, Keenan Thompson, and JB Smooth. They hired JB as a writer,
Oh, yeah. He was.
and
Yeah.
so that was
Oh
it.
my God, dude! That fool had he did
On Conan, he was on
Conan, and he was doing all his sketches that got turned down.
They never made it to the
They were
air.
fucking hilarious.
Right.
The helicopter.
The helicopter.
He
The helicopter family.
He goes, I had a story about a helicopter family. He goes, tell it, bro.
What I remember.
He goes, the helicopter family. They all work in helicopters. They're always talking like this. Jonah, you ready for dinner? What?
All right, we all going to work, and then the helicopter family, yo, come on, follow me, yo. Get all the other shit.
Well,
That was
another one,
funny,
dude.
dog.
That was funny.
Dude, genius shit, dog.
That was funny.
Oh yeah,
I haven't seen it in days, but
So So, what do you? How do you feel about people coming down on you? Because I know, Black and Latino fans, when they see you dressing up like a woman, I'm sure they have opinions that they've
I don't give a
told
fuck.
to you.
I don't give a fuck.
Because Felipe did a
Comedy is
commercial.
comedy. The job is the job.
Yeah,
and
man.
you
Did a
choose to do what
commercial.
you choose to do.
Yeah.
You don't choose to do saying I want to be the coolest at what I do. You choose to do saying I want to make people laugh.
Yeah.
And that's how you should go into it. Any job you accept, there are things you say you won't do and you will do. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm more concerned with the farther you go in Hollywood and you get in that room and somebody say, yeah, suck my dick, and you get this role. And I'm like, that's something
your
I
line.
want to do. But if I'm doing
All right, fuck
comedy
it,
and
dog.
they like, he's like, damn, I didn't know you could say no.
That's crazy, man. What do you say yes
Way
to?
to go, man.
'Cause I saw this movie, bro, that was fucking crazy. It was Javier Bardem. He fucking his daughter gets raped by the 3 guys. So in the movie, he grabs 1 to 2 guys, kills them, right, whatever. But the other one, and Javier Bardem was a doctor, like a plastic surgeon doctor. So he fucking starts giving the guy, he kidnaps him and puts him in a cage because they killed his daughter, bro. And he starts feeding him hormonal pills, and little by little, bro, torturing him. And in the end of he starts growing boobs. He fucking makes this guy get surgery, gives him a vagina,
Turns him into a
and
woman.
then rapes him, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Holy shit.
It's hardcore. It's something like
It's hard.
Skin. It's in the,
It's
What's the name of that?
hard.
It's something like-
They smuggled that motherfucker out of
God.
Spain, huh?
Dog, it's
God damn.
What's the
hardcore
name of that
movie,
movie?
it's
dog.
something like Skin something.
Skin
like-
Deep.
No,
It's
Skin
probably
Deep
like
was
the
with
most
John
hardcore
Ritter.
It's hard.
revenge
dude.
you could get, dude.
Dude,
It's
isn't that
mad
crazy?
vengeance, dude.
That fool, like, he fucking goes, fuck, do you want to rape my daughter? I'm going to make you a woman and rape you. And he did.
Holy shit.
Damn.
Psychology for your ass, though.
Patience.
Second Skin is what it was.
Think about that, man.
Hey, wouldn't that
You're going to play a rapist. Okay, I can play a rapist, but then you get raped too. Okay. But you're going to be a woman. Oh, how's that going to happen?
Right. It's like that check
plot
start
thickens.
diminishing. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah.
I'd rather see it increase.
But you see him in the end, he still has like the little man face, but all chick, dog.
I was
Damn.
supposed to be in The Longest Yard with
Joy Diaz one.
yeah, yeah.
That's right, cocksucker.
Adam Sandler.
Chris Rock.
yeah, Chris Rock,
Tracy
all them,
Morgan.
Tracy
John
Morgan.
Leguizamo was he in
And
that?
Nick
Adam
Turturro was a
Sandler
bad
Oh,
ankle.
Nick Turturro.
was huge on me in that, first, we want you to be in this movie, and they came out to see my stand up, and I was on SNL, and they was like, Finesse, you got to be in The Youngest. So I said, cool. They said, read the script, which one you want to do? And I was like, cool. So I read the script, said, I want to play the running back. So Nelly had,
Yeah,
they gave that
that's
role to
Nelly.
Nelly. I was like, well, shit. All right, well, what can I do? They said, well, we really want you to be,
Cheerleaders?
the cheerleader.
Oh.
And I was like, the cheerleader? He was like, yeah, like, the transsexual cheerleaders. And I was like, you want me to do that? He was like, yeah, because you do the Stark Keisha character, and don't nobody, you kill it, Finesse, so we would love you to do it in the movie. And I'm like, yeah, but if I'm doing it like every other week on SNL, I don't want to be my first movie. I'm doing that too. Then that's all I'm gonna be doing.
Right.
Got my name already, Finesse. Like y'all trying to kill me, dog. And
We're going to ask you that too, but
and it was like, so you saying no? I was like, I can't do it. And then sure enough, Tracy did it. And so so I ain't never forget, Tracy saw me in a New York club. As soon as he saw me,
do his voice.
he put his arm around me. He was like, Finesse, let me tell you something. Let me tell you why I did the movie. Like he already knew. It was already on his heart.
did the movie.
That you
We in the
might
club,
that you
yeah.
might have some animosity about that.
I didn't even
Yeah.
have. I didn't. I
But
was
he
just-
he anticipated
yeah.
that. Yeah.
But once he talked, I realized it was more for him than it was for me. Because the flack he was getting, that's the shit I knew I was gonna get.
Yeah.
It's like he's
got
explaining
flack?
to
I
me.
mean, but he's always been kind of controversial,
Yeah.
so it comes at him that
Dressing
way.
like
Yeah,
that.
so he came to me and was explaining it like, well, let me tell you why I did it. It was a winning team. You got Reynolds, you got Sandler, you got Rock. How could I say no? It was a winning team. And I'm like, yeah, but you already got movies.
Yeah, he's
you
been
got a
established.
long career. You
Foothold.
established. I'm breaking out. That would have been my first movie. Like I'm glad you did it. Yeah, but I just want to let you know. I'm like, hey, no hard feelings. But other than that, man, then he forgot he put his $50,000 necklace around my neck and he left.
Wow.
So that was an interesting night.
How were those SNL after parties? Did you ever go to those?
Dope.
Everybody
Shout out
shows
to
up.
Horatio Sands, man, because everybody says the parties aren't what they used to be. And back in the day,
There was
we just
drugs.
thought it was dope parties, but we didn't realize that the level of those parties would just fall off. So now that we realize we were at the dope parties, and I'm sure that they weren't, you know, as good as, I don't know, back in the day. I'm sure they had real drugs and real, like, you know what I mean? We just had weed, you know. And if you were doing something other than
Good
weed,
weed's
then
good.
I didn't know. You know what I mean? I wasn't popping pills or doing coke or none of that stuff. But just the fact that the parties were great, the women were plentiful, the celebrities all came back, and that you own the show, you a celebrity. Oh man, I use my powers for evil every week. You had a limo that would take you around the entire city. You had to turn it in by like at the end of the night. You know what I mean? It was just like
That's for everyone?
like, yeah, every cast member had their own limo. Like, so it's like you driving around
That's
the
our
city.
limo, bro.
You didn't even have to go to the
Parked
party.
in the garage.
You know what I mean? You could just be driving around in the damn limo with your crew and go to different parties. But at 6 o'clock, they had to go back, you know, had to turn them in. So it was just like, damn, it was just amazing. Amazing time.
6 a.m. the next day, gone.
Did you ever see any like hot chick, like a hot female celebrity acting a fool? You like, damn, I never thought.
All
I
of
expect
them.
to her act like that.
But I think that's the great thing about SNL. I would never really call somebody out for partying after they spent all week with us, because it is also known as a safe zone. You know what I mean? You come there, you bust your ass all week, you try to put on a live show Saturday night, and then whatever happened that Saturday night after the show, you know, that's your business. You know,
Right.
It wasn't a lot of what they call Page 6, which is New York's TMZ at the time. You know, it wasn't a lot of people that pop up in the news doing something crazy. You know,
ghouls
because
like
everybody just
Wendy
kept it on the
Williams
rack.
and shit.
Yeah.
You were in the SNL documentary as Michael Jackson.
I was?
Yeah. Is that you just like Michael Jackson?
No, that was
Dean
Dean Edwards.
Yeah.
No,
Dean.
Dean Edwards.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was
But they
before,
didn't- they
he
didn't
was
put it
before
on,
you,
though.
right?
Yeah, he was before. He was with Tracy, and him and Tracy left at
Yeah,
the
remember
same time.
he told stories about Tracy, like in the writers' room.
What'd he
and
say?
stuff. Well, he was just telling like stories about how they would run into each other. And Tracy heard that he was doing an impression of him, and he was like, "You do an impression of me." He's like, "Oh, Tracy, it's all love, you know." But he was like,
They're trying to line up
But-
against us.
Yeah. He had like a
It's
conspiracy.
Is it funny
feeling
that
about
like
it.
the bigger name comedians, and I ain't saying names, but the bigger names, they get sensitive. Like we build our career off of talking about everybody.
The more paper you have, I think the more sensitive
Yeah,
you
and
get.
then the more then somebody do an impression
I'm
of you or
off
talk
bounds.
about you. It's like, oh, that's that's whack. That's out of bounds.
Yeah.
You're like, really?
Because it can either go both ways. It can either like it or go, man, this motherfucker right here.
I lit up Chris D'Elia one time on the morning news, and he loved that shit. He was tweeting me, texting me. He was like, "Finesse, that's the funniest shit I have ever seen," because it's literally Chris D'Elia talking about his comedy special that was coming out on the KTLA morning news, and Chris was just literally like, "Yeah, it comes out Friday." And just sitting back in the chair on the news, and they didn't know how to do the interview because he was literally. So I did. So when I was there the next week, I was like, "Yeah, I'm Chris D'Elia. My special comes out." And then I dropped down to the ground and come back up. I kept doing that over and over. He was like, "Funniest shit ever." So I like when people have a sense of humor and you talk about them like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anybody getting too serious about it, I'm like, fuck it.
So you have a show,
Comedy
a
beef.
special coming out?
Felipe Esparza, I have my first 1 hour special coming out.
What?
That's your first?
My
Your
first?
first?
My first.
So there
It's
must
not
be
the
a-
first one I've done.
There
This
must
is
be
the
a
first
boot-
one
First
that's
one's
being
come out.
not coming
There'll
out.
be a bootleg one out there.
Yes. The
But
Spirit
Jimmy-
told me to tell you on Showtime Friday, October 19th at
This
10
Friday.
He
p.m.
shot it in Glendale too with
This-
the Alex
The
Theater.
Alex
I
Studio?
shot at the
Oh, that's a
Alex
cool theater.
That's where
Theater.
his first one
Yeah.
was.
Great
done,
place
too.
for a special.
Yeah, man. I thought, man, Glendale, what the fuck? Why I want to shoot? No, Cleveland. You know what I mean? But Brian Volkweiss, Comedy Dynamics, they was like, yo, man, shoot the damn special here. You want a special? I'm giving you a special. Let's do it. And it turned out dope, man. I only shot one. Did you shoot one or two?
Two.
I shot one, bro.
You mean two
That
shows?
night, two
No,
shows.
one
He
night.
did
It was
one
one
show.
night. Yeah,
He did
One
one
night,
show.
2 shows, right?
No, he did one show because
You
it
did
was
one show.
3 in a row that they were
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah,
It
your
was
first
Scott
special,
Montoya.
Brunch.
It was
The
Scott
first
Montoya,
special,
yeah.
my special was, I did it right after Bobcat Gold did his.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
like Don Friesen.
Don Friesen,
and then
Bobcat, and
and
me
then
at 10.
Felipe did like 10 o'clock. But a lot of the audience from the 8 o'clock stayed for you.
Yeah.
They went early to
Oh,
get good
dope.
seats.
Who was producing those?
It was
Scott Montoya
Scott
and
Montoya,
Neil Marshall.
Neil Marshall.
Okay.
Laugh Out Loud or LOL comedy.
Okay, cool. And so they took yours on HBO, right?
HBO, we
The
made
next
that
one,
ourselves.
we shot that ourselves.
Yeah, we paid for that ourselves, and then we sold it to HBO.
Oh, okay. Who
That
are you?
was-
Are you the manager?
Yeah.
I'm his wife and manager,
Oh,
yes.
all right,
Yeah.
cool.
But
Y'all should have said something. I was about to tell the story when. No.
Yeah, I should have said something.
No, so we shot the special in San Jose at the Improv at end of 2016, and then it came out in 2017, the fall.
See, that's dope. Like, I wanted to be more in control of mine.
Yeah.
And I was
Yeah.
about to shoot mine. And my agent knew it, my manager knew it. I'm about to shoot my own special. Fuck that. I'm about to go to Raleigh, North Carolina, where they laugh like it's in church. You know what I mean? And then Comedy Dynamics came in and was like, "Yo, you can shoot it here."
They've got the distribution arm,
so
though.
I was like, all right, fuck it. I'll pimp myself out and let y'all have this first.
Hold on,
one.
we got Johnny right here with nothing to say. Okay, move on.
I like the story.
He talks. And
What's up, fool? Rodrigo Torres right here.
What's up, dog? How you living?
Yeah, and
Do
that's
some
it, bro.
impersonations, bro.
What do you guys want to hear?
You do impersonation?
Hell yeah,
A little
do
bit of
J-
them.
do James Gandolfini, bro. The crowd favorite.
The crowd favorite.
Do Cisco from Drew Hill. No, I'm just kidding. do
Tong, ta, tong, tong, tong.
do Tyrese. No.
You do impressions? You do a little bit
I
of
do
them?
a little bit, dog. I'm not a big impression.
Like the whole act is like, you know.
My stand-up act is just me telling jokes. I don't think I do one impersonation. I think I was like, I'm gonna wait till my next special to drop impersonations because like, you have so much material.
Yeah.
You're like, let me just give them jokes, and I was happy with the 1 hour. Like I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, you know what? I ain't ashamed of it. I like it. You know, it wasn't
Yeah,
ideal.
it's like right. Like that's the way I felt with the first one. Like everybody who saw it, they don't see the problems that we saw with it, the flaws that we went through,
Yeah.
and those things, you know. But that's why I wanted more control for the next one. So
The HBO.
yeah, the HBO one. Like we
And
made
the-
it. They didn't change a thing, and you know.
The one thing they changed on my special was I do this joke about, reality TV versus like I'm a scripted guy. I tell people that people always say you got to be compatible, spiritually or financially, or you got to be compatible mentally or emotionally. I'm like, you know what's a big one nobody think about? Televisionally. Like, you got to be able to watch the same shit together, or else y'all are always in separate rooms
That's true.
watching shit. And when it's time to go to bed, you don't watch so much TV, ain't nothing popping off because y'all ain't even connected or clicked all damn night. So all of a sudden you want sex after Game of Thrones, and she been watching reality all damn night. But so I tell this joke and I said, yeah, but I'm a scripted guy. I like Game of Thrones. I like Power on Stars. If I get
I
emotional,
never
I'll
watched Power,
watch
but we watched the
This
first Empire, right?
Yeah.
The first season of Empire we
So-
did, but
So, when Showtime bought it, they was like, yeah, you didn't say any Showtime show, so we just going to cut that whole bit. I was like, what?
No
So,
way.
yeah.
That sucks.
Feelings.
Didn't tell you before.
yeah.
So that was pretty much it. But other than that, what I did do, though, since I knew I was only shooting one, I think I did like an hour 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what he did. He went.
Yeah.
Actually, you did an hour and then came back for like 10 more
Yeah.
of things that you hadn't said that you had forgotten. to say.
Right.
So
The only thing I didn't like
that's
about my
great.
special, the first one, was the intro.
Yeah.
They call me
They-
Philip
they-
instead of Felipe.
They announced him as Felipe Esparza. And
Yeah.
So
even
did
my
you go back? So you went back and changed that?
No. too late.
because they told us they were going to change it, and
But
then
you could
they
change it in
didn't.
post, though.
They didn't. It was already aired when we saw it.
Holy shit.
It was like,
that
they were
sucks.
supposed to change it, and they didn't.
What's up, fool? Rodrigo? Yeah, man, podcast. What you got?
Yeah,
Dates?
man. Yeah, dates. We have.
We love jokes.
Yeah, Viva Los Jokes, dude. Second second Tuesday of next month, so it's gonna be the 13th of November.
November 13th, Riverside.
In Riverside at Zacatecas
You have
Cafe.
dates?
Yes,
And
sir.
Your special?
The special drops this Friday on Showtime. It's called The Spirit Told Me to Tell You. My name is Finesse Mitchell. Find me. I'm on @Finesse Mitchell, FINESSEMITCHELL. Find me on anything. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Find me. Get at me after you see the special on Showtime. If you don't have Showtime, download the app. Show anything or show something, Showtime anything. And then after that, I'm in Denver. As a matter of fact, I'm in Denver this weekend that the special drops. So if anybody
The
that's
Improv or the
yeah,
other
I'm
one?
at the Improv. So y'all come out to the Denver Improv this Friday through Sunday. Come check your boy out live. as you watch the special or DVR it. And then the next week I'm in San Diego at the American Comedy Company. The 25th through the 27th.
At the Improv, that's the hotel that's across the street from the abortion clinic, right? Planned Parenthood.
Is it?
It's right next to it. That big ass hotel.
Yeah, because we were outside smoking weed one time. And we saw a bunch of protesters. And what are they protesting? And we went down there, and it was like a Planned Parenthood.
Oh.
People.
Wow. I know they got a new dispensary next to that hotel.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, they got a dispensary.
What's up, Bedhead? What you got?
I got Tom and Nick and Johnny this week. We got Bruce Jingles on, so we're gonna talk about.
We don't say bad words on the show.
Wow, you guys are just digging in the barrel, huh? God damn.
I'm done, dog.
Talk about Almonte. It's gonna be a lot of Almonte talk.
Yeah.
God damn.
The local.
Damn, you guys got the best of Liam's.
Did you give your dates
You guys are
already?
digging in the barrel, huh? Boy, you can't find nobody else.
I know you turn
Anyways,
it.
this week, man, I'm at the Tampa Improv in Florida,
Love
October 18th, 21st. Seattle, Washington, Moore Theater, October 26th. Reno, Nevada,
Silver Legacy.
Silver Legacy, October 27th. San Francisco, Waterfield Theater, November 2nd. San Diego, November 3rd at the Balboa Theater. Get all the dates at felipesworld.com/tour. And if you're wondering, yes, we did pitch a show to ABC, CBS, and NBC, and they all said no.
Well, there's
They
a
said
lot
no
more
to the
behind
pitch.
it. They loved it though.
Yeah, there's a lot behind those nose.
Well, anyway,
All
we're
of them
gonna.
said no?
Yeah, because ABC was like, no. NBC said we're not buying any family shows this year. It's about our blended family, right?
Mexican family
they're
shows.
They're not buying any family shows this year. They're going like higher concept, different ideas, like The Good Place and stuff. And then CBS said they're not buying any family shows because they have too many. And then ABC loved us, and they waited like 3 days to give us an answer. But they're going with a Danny Trejo show with not because it's necessarily another Latino. They both have a restaurant involved.
Don't nobody want to look at Danny Trejo. You want to look at him in a movie, but you don't want to look at him
a horror
at 8
show,
o'clock
right?
at night.
So
Somebody
we'll
stole
see.
some donuts, Holmes.
But that was just announced in the trades Friday, so we found out Friday.
Well,
But we're still gonna push. We're still gonna try for
Absolutely.
Netflix and FX and TBS and all those places. You know,
there's a
cable
show
and
called The
streaming.
Middle.
Yeah, I
That's
heard
been
about
on for, I don't know. I ain't never
CBS or
watched it.
ABC,
It's ABC, but they just did a spinoff, and I just got cast, and we just shot the pilot for
good
the
for
spinoff of The Middle, and it's right now it's called Susu in the City, but we don't know what is the final name of it. But currently right now I'm on ABC on a new show that's gonna pop off in 2019.
That's what's up.
Oh,
Yeah. So
Johnny, what you doing, man? Getting a perm? All right.
His hair got curlier, huh?
I am going to a Paul Mitchell convention about shampoo.
He's playing Stan Laurel, bro, in the Lauren Hardy movie.
All right, we gotta go.
All right, Fool Lake, thanks for Finesse Mitchell for being our guest.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah, big dog, keep shining.
Thank you, brother.
Whoa, what was that? Damn.